The wind whipped around the craggy peaks of the Dragon's Tooth Mountains, carrying with it the scent of pine and the distant clang of steel. Within the fortress of Aethelgard, Lord Valerius paced his war room, his shadow long and distorted by the flickering torchlight. For months, the usurper, Kaelen, had harried his borders, a persistent thorn in his side, siphoning off resources and chipping away at his authority. Each skirmish was a minor victory for Valerius, but Kaelen always retreated, regrouped, and returned, a hydra with endless heads. His advisors, weary from the protracted conflict, urged caution, a negotiated peace. "My lord," pleaded Elara, his most trusted strategist, "Kaelen's forces are depleted. He is on the defensive. A truce would allow us to rebuild, to solidify our own position." Valerius stopped, his gaze falling upon the ancient, gleaming sword that hung above the hearth, the Sword of Fortitude, said to have been forged in the heart of a dying star. Its legend whispered of absolute victory for those who wielded it with unwavering resolve. He thought of his grandfather, a man who had shown clemency to a defeated foe, only to face their treachery years later. He remembered the sagas of kings who had left embers of rebellion to smolder, only to watch them erupt into infernos. "No," Valerius stated, his voice a low rumble that silenced the room. "Kaelen is not merely a threat to be contained. He is a cancer to be excised. A peace treaty with a man like him is a lie, a delaying tactic before the next betrayal. We have dealt him blows, yes, but we have not crushed him, and in the absence of total victory, there can be no lasting peace." His advisors exchanged uneasy glances, but Valerius continued, his conviction growing with each word. He must not be allowed to retreat to lick his wounds, to conspire in the shadows. He must not be given the luxury of a single follower, a single coin, a single breath of hope. His influence must be eradicated, his name whispered only in tales of utter defeat. He outlined his plan, not just a final battle, but a relentless pursuit. His fastest scouts would track Kaelen's retreat, his elite cavalry would harry his flanks, and his infantry would press forward without pause. No quarter would be given. Any town or village that harbored Kaelen's remnants would face the full force of Valerius's wrath. It was a brutal strategy, one that would earn him the moniker, the Unyielding, but it was, he believed, the only path to true security. The final confrontation came in the desolate northern wastes, amidst a driving snowstorm. Kaelen, cornered and desperate, fought with the fury of a trapped beast, but his forces were broken, his spirit already shattered by the relentless pursuit. Valerius, leading the charge, drove Kaelen's banner into the frozen earth. When the dust settled, and the last vestiges of Kaelen's resistance faded, Valerius did not allow for a moment of respite. He ordered the systematic dismantling of Kaelen's former strongholds, the seizure of all his assets, and the public declaration of his absolute ruin. Every symbol of Kaelen's power was erased, every whisper of his name silenced. Aethelgard prospered under Valerius's rule. The Dragon's Tooth Mountains, once a volatile borderland, were now a secure and flourishing territory. The threat of Kaelen, once a persistent nightmare, had become a distant, almost forgotten memory, a stark reminder of the consequence of incomplete victory. The Sword of Fortitude hung not as a symbol of battle, but as a testament to the resolve that had ensured true and lasting peace, bought at the price of utter, undeniable conquest. For Valerius understood that sometimes, the only way to achieve true dominance was to leave no stone unturned, no enemy uncrushed, and no possibility of resurgence.